Hi, my name's Jon. I'm a job developer at Employment Planning and Counselling.
Please tell us what you do at the Employment Planning and Counselling as a job developer.
Well, in Employment Planning and Counselling, we're an employment service provider. So what we do is we help people find work. We're funded by Ministry of Training Colleges and Universities. So we do have a no wrong door policy, which means anybody looking for work will find service at our site. Now, having said that, I work specifically with people who are unemployed, employed less than 20 hours a week, or underemployed. So if you're employed in an area that's very different from your level of education. And what I do is I work with people in those situations who are having a particularly difficult time with their job search to find sustainable employment, ideally in their field, or at least as a stepping stone into something that they're looking to get into permanently.
In your opinion, how is the economy in Peterborough?
The economy in Peterborough is complicated. We have had a number of fairly high-profile layoffs in the last year. A few manufacturing plants have closed down, as well as some higher positions in management and government. But we are seeing a large increase in the number of startups, and there is a real entrepreneurial spirit. I do see a lot of small businesses doing well, if not thriving, at least sort of holding on and managing to maintain. So it is quite a mixed economy. I wouldn't say that it's dead in the water, but it's definitely a complicated one.
If you could welcome one particular profession to come to Peterborough because of the current labor market shortage, what profession would that be?
We do seem to have a regular need. I don't know if it's right to call it a labor market shortage, but for personal support workers is a growing field in Peterborough. We do have a number of long-term care facilities, as well as a number of outpatient care providers who go out into the community and will actually provide care in the house. And I do know that they have pretty constant recruitment going on, so there does seem to be a pretty regular need for people in those professions.
Is there a misconception that there is a shortage of work available in Peterborough area?
Yeah, I would say so. I would say that the kinds of work available are somewhat limited, like I mentioned, because of a few of these layoffs. But there is work out there. I would say it's a more competitive labor market than it was. Certainly when I moved here, it was much easier to find a job. But I do feel that when people, if you put the time into your job search, eventually things do come around. It just might take a little longer to find something.
What profession is currently quite easy to find a job in?
Like I mentioned, if you're qualified, personal support work is not bad. Cooking seems to be a regular thing. There are also those sort of higher positions available. Lots of work in the not-for-profit sector and in some work in the management sector, but like I said, there is a little more competition for these positions, so it does mean you really need to be sort of present yourself properly, have a really great resume, be prepared to walk in interviews and be able to highlight your skills and abilities.
What profession is it currently quite difficult to find work in?
I would say probably two things come to mind. I think manufacturing continues to be a challenge, especially to find stable work. A lot of manufacturers in Peterborough will use temp agencies, and so it is possible to find temporary work in manufacturing. But to find stable long-term work, it's not impossible. It is a little difficult. Now we are going to see an increase in that. I know Flying Colours is about to have a massive expansion. They're opening up a new hangar. So that will have an impact. I would also say that sometimes it can be difficult to find administrative work right now, and one of the reasons for that is in a time of harder economy and when there is a little bit more of a competitive job market, people who would be normally looking for other work tend to go into that field as well and look straight up administration, so it is very competitive in administration right now.
Do you have any comments to add?
I think being prepared for a slightly longer job search and being prepared to walk into the job market with the tools that you need, like I said, a really good resume, understanding the way that interviews happen and what's required of you and what's expected of you in a job interview, and being able to sort of market yourself effectively is really going to help put you ahead of the pack and maybe help you in your job search.
Thank you.
You're welcome.